Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. It's BMW Dr. Dean here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change your fan belt, tensioner and your idler pulley. Now the first thing we're going to be wanting to go and do is going to be to remove the slam panel here. So you're going to want to see you've got all these bolts here, there, 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 here, here and here. You're going to want to remove all this to remove the slam panel. After you remove the slam panel, I'm going to show you what to do next. Most of you can probably get to it from just removing the slam panel, but obviously my hands are quite big, so I'm going to have to take off the fan as well and take that out to be able to get to it, obviously, because I'm going to have to torque it as well. We're going to be using ISTA to find out the torque specs of it, so we do it to proper manufacturer spec, not just by hand but by feel. And once that's done, I'll come back once this is removed and show you the next step. See, I'm using a 1/4 inch ratchet, and what we're going to want to go and do is remove these bolts right here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that one right there, and we're going to remove all the bolts going around to remove the slam panel. So I'm just going to go quickly and remove all these bolts quickly, and after that I'm going to show you what to do, guys. So I don't know if you can see here, we're going to be go ahead and remove the fan, but you've got to take off the cover first, which is the torques here and the torques there as well. You've got to remove them to be able to take the fan out, as this could like a bit of plastic that's connected to the fan to hold the fan in place. So we're going to go ahead and remove that now, and after remove that we'll be back to show you the next step. Guys, so we're back and the fan is now out, as you can see. I'm just going to say, removing the fan, you have to remember one thing. Most people do forget, even I nearly forgot. These flaps on the fan here, don't try and pull straight up. They flap in so you can get the fan out, because they sit on the brackets, the holding brackets down here. I don't know if you can see, they sit on the holding brackets in the corner, and you have to fold them in to pull it out. The other one has one as well. They both fold in and you've got to pull them out. Now once that's done, as you can see, you get full easy access to the tensioner, the deflection pulley and all the belts. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the tensioner and obviously the deflection pulley and remove the belt. Now, one quick tip for anyone who doesn't feel comfortable doing this, I'm going to tell you an easy way how you can do this and remember how the belt goes. What you do is get a piece of paper and a pen, draw all the pulleys you have. So it would be 1, 2, so alternator belt, deflection pulley, tensioner, crankshaft pulley, oil pump pulley, alternator pulley, and so on. And you want to run it back. And then what you do is you draw a diagram of all this and how the belt goes and back over. So then that way, when it comes to refitting, you don't forget how they were fitted in the process. So it's a very good tip to remember if you want to do this job but you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. It's very easy if you write it down. So remember, luckily I remember how this belt goes and I have ISTA D to show me the diagram, so I don't need to worry too much about that. But if you don't have that, just do a diagram. Okay guys, so if you can see, the deflection pulley is removed, the tension is removed, and the belt's now going to be removed. Now if I just show you quickly, here's the old tensioner. As you can see, very badly worn, very oily, very greased up. The belt actually didn't look in too bad condition. Now we've also got the deflection pulley, which looks quite bad and scored. So I'm glad I'm changing that. It's got a lot of grease all over it. This is the belt. Now the belt don't look in too bad condition, but preferably I'm going to change it anyways. It's got to come off. The tools I use to remove it are, as you can see, E16 socket, like so, and a 17mm socket for the deflection pulley. Now they've got to be retorqued, and I don't know if you can see here on my screen, those are the torque guides for both of the tensioner and the pulley. Now I'm going to go and refit the tensioner, the new tensioner, and we'll be back once I've done that, and I've got to just torque it up. So as you can see guys, all the tensioner and the pulley is now fitted. They've been torqued up to the correct spec, which I've just done with a torque wrench, which I'll show you the torque wrench I'm using. This is a Draper torque wrench. They are very good. They come fully ready calibrated. They come with 5 years guarantee. So if they ever come out of calibration, they also are going to calibrate them for me as well every year without fail to make sure they're correct. But I know I've only just received them, first time using them. Very good quality. They click properly. I've just used it to do the tensioner and, like I said, the deflection pulley, and they work spot on. I can't fault them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and refit the alternator belt. Once that's done, I'll be back here to show you how to refit it. Okay guys, now we're back, and let me tell you now, the belt and everything is done. The belt's back on, tensioner's on, pulley's on, as you can see there. First thing I'm going to advise you, when you tighten this tensioner, as I would recommend, make sure you have a torque wrench. You will not be able to do it with a normal 1/2 inch ratchet. It doesn't bend far enough and it's not strong enough. You need to have a torque wrench to bring that tensioner far down. Remember, the new belt isn't going to have no flex, so it's not going to just be easy just to pull it down and be able to use it. Now I'm going to put on here for you the diagram in case any of you get lost or don't know it, instead of you having to take a picture. Now I'm going to leave this here long enough so that way you can freeze it, the system, so you can see how the belt goes. And this is for the N52, which mine is an N52. I think all N52s are the same, they all run the same, but that's the diagram of how the belt should go. Now if you get lost, just please leave a comment in my box, obviously. But now what we're going to go and do is put the car back, and then we're going to start it and see how it runs. So we'll be back once I put the fan back in and then get the slam panel back on. Okay guys, as you can see, the fan's all back in. Remember, when you connect this back, there's going to be radiator pipes all running underneath the fan, and there's also going to be radiator pipes clipped on here and clipped down there, and you need to clip them all back in, and this one at the top. And this fan shroud, there's 2 bolts here, 1 bolt here, here and here, and then you take the fan shroud out. And then what you want to do is clip the locking clip to the side and lift the fan out, otherwise people are going to think you're going to have to remove that pipe, which you don't. The next thing is, I just remove this radiator fan plug, then the fan should pull out like so. As you can see, the new belt's on, which is a Gates one, as I showed you in my review of them. The tensioner, as you can see, is spotlessly shiny, brand new. And if you can see it down there, I'm trying to see, yeah, as you can see it down there in between the oil pump, it's all brand new. Everything's been fitted perfectly. I'm just going to go ahead and fit the slam panel back, and after that I'll be back to start the car up and see how it runs. Okay guys, so as you can see, the car is complete. It's back together again. I'm going to show you all the parts I use. So I use the torque degree wheel, which I paid on eBay for £5. These are very good, especially for the N52, because everything's got to be torqued to an angle. As you know, the valve cover bolts have to 7 Newton meters and plus a 60-degree angle, which, as you can see on there, 60 degrees. The belt tensioner has to be torqued to, sorry, I think it's 25 Newton meters and then 90-degree angle. So that's what I mean. This comes in handy for quite a lot of things. The deflection pulley only has to be torqued. It doesn't have to be with a degree as well, torqued to yield. So really, it's very good. But this part is really handy to have for the M52 engines, providing they have all aluminium bolts and they need to be torqued to yield. So I recommend to use that. Obviously, on the tensioner as well, to release the belt, you have to use a Torx 50 to pull it in to release the tension. Obviously, before you fit the new belt, you need to stretch the belt down with the Torx 50. When you're removing it, if you wanted to, you could just release the bolt. I think it's an E11, E16 bolt to remove it. I used, it could be different on a normal Torx, but I use E sockets for these cars. It was E16 to remove the belt tensioner. The belt tensioner, I just removed it. I didn't even have to detension it. There was no need. But to refit it, you have to tension that belt down, otherwise you will not get the belt over. As you can see, my car's fully done. I was just topping up the corner as well while I was at it. Everything seems to be fine. Now I'm going to start it and we're going to listen to how it runs after fitting a new belt. Obviously guys, I just want to run with you, pass you something. The tensioner here, as you can see, is quite bad, quite badly damaged, quite badly bad. I don't think it's ever been changed, and by the looks of it, it looks like a BMW part. Oh, Jesus Christ, dirt's even dropping out of it, it's that bad. I'm just trying to see if is it original BMW part, but by the looks of it, it's got no name on it, so I can't really tell. But the belt in total, this is, I think, been changed in its life, but again, I don't know the make of it. It looks in quite in good condition. It looks like it's been changed before, but again, I wouldn't put it past it not being changed, as I don't know the history of this car, and obviously I've never got a receipt for showing the belt's been changed. The deflection pulley, on the other hand, is quite bad as well. Like, that's been, well, if you see here, it looks like it's been in a rut. It's all damaged on the top, it's all quite scored. I'm glad I actually changed that. When you take it off, you don't actually realise, but as you can see here, it's all scored from the belt going round. It's quite actually bad, so that's a good thing I did change that one. But like I say, the job in total took me no longer than 20 minutes to do, and that's removing the fan, removing the slam panel, and releasing the belt tensioner and getting it all done. It is a DIY job you can do it yourself at home. You don't need to take this to a garage to have to be done. It's a piece of, let's say it, you know what I'm going to say. So full on, it's a job you can tackle yourself. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that. Also, I'm going to put up here, as you can see, that's the torque specs for the tensioner and the deflection pulley again. I think I put this up already, but I'm just going to put it up again so you guys can see, so you know everything that I've used to do this. You can then go ahead and use it yourself to do yours at the correct angle. As I say, your 90-degree angle, as you'll see on most of BMW's fixes, get a torque degree wheel. It will help you massively, and believe me, you will have no problems with that. That will let you know what way it goes, or even just looking at it, then you'll know where to torque it to. On the degree angle, you don't have to pull it on, but then you'll get an idea of where a 90-degree angle is, as I do. Like now I know where 60 is, now I know where 90 is. It's just for reference. You can use it though if you want to. Okay guys, so as you can see, the car's running perfect. Car's up and running. Everything's running fine on the belts, as you can probably see down there. Tensioner's fine, pulley's fine, the lot's fine. So that'll be it for today, guys. I hope you like this video, and I hope it helps you out greatly. I've tried to show as much information as possible. Obviously it's not easy to film and to do the belt at the same time, so that's why I've been showing you steps. If you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe on my channel. This is BMW Dr. Dean here. Please be sure to check out my other videos as well regarding the rough idle on these N52s, as it's a common problem, and I'm hoping to help everyone out of it. But that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.